welcome to Jones Jewelry Crafts. This is my very first video, so I hope you'll bear with me. I'm going to try and teach you how to make wire wrapped rings. So let's get started. We're going to show you what you need to get started. Here comes the tools. Okay, so what you're going to need, you're going to need a nail file, and I'll explain why later. Your needle nose pliers, your wire cutters, your jewelry wire. This is 26 gauge. Now the bigger the number, the smaller the wire. We have that in all different kinds of colors for you today. Okay? So the next thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a ring mandrel, which technically you don't have to have. You can use anything that's round, including a bottle of nail polish. Just use the top right there. Same thing. So what we're going to do today is we are going to make this ring first. Okay, this is a big turquoise cabochon bead gemstone, okay, with holes. Alright, so the very first thing you want to do is you got your bead. Okay, I need to set my phone down. Okay, now since it's turquoise, bronze, brown is usually your best bet because it's already got that beautiful brown on that gemstone. So I'm going to go to my bronze wire, find the end of it here. There it is. Okay, now when it's on a roll like this, it stays rolled. So you're going to grab that first piece and stretch it and straighten it out. Okay? Now, don't pull it too hard or you will bend it, because like I said, the thinner the wire, the easier it is to bend it. Okay? You're going to pull off a good amount. Okay? And we're just going to cut that wire right there. Okay. Now, go back to your gemstone. Take your wire, run it through, all the way through, okay? Alright, now, I find this a lot easier to do to keep the wires even. So I scoot it down as far as I can. And you see how much more wire is left? Now I'm going to take this end and I'm going to put it back in the hole. Okay? So now you have something that looks like that. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're just going to take these two little wires and just pull, pull, pull. You see how the circle's getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay? And that's what you should have right now. Okay? And we're going to pull it just a little bit more. And I'm going to break out my ring mandrel. Like I said, you can do this on the tip of anything that's round, or anything. Put it down on that ring mandrel, okay? Can you see what I'm doing here? Okay. Now, we're going to take that and then we're going to tighten. Pull both sides until you can't tighten them anymore. Okay? Now, you've got your two wires in your hand. You're going to take the first one, you're going to hold on to this and go under, wrap it as tight as you can. You're going to pull it around. Okay. So your first side will end up like that. And you're going to do the same thing with this side, only you're going to go under this time. Okay. Now this is what it should look like. You got two wires coming out and three on the bottom. Okay. Now, next step, wrapping the stone. Get it on there even, because you don't want to stretch it out. Okay, now go back to these trusty wires, put them in both your hands and tighten them. Pull. Now, the wire you wrapped that's coming out of the top, you take it and you go behind. See that? You go behind and under the bead and under. One more time. Okay, one more time is too much. We're running out of wire. So what we're gonna do is, okay, now next wire, we're gonna wrap under and over. Okay, over and under, just like that. So this is what your ring is going to look like right now. And yes, it don't look much like a ring yet, but we're getting ready to fix that. So what you're going to do is, you're going to take this wire, pull it tight, and then you're going to fold it and wrap it. Now you need to make sure to pull as tightly as you can on that wire. See? And then you're just going to wrap it like this. See that? And keep wrapping. Okay, now we're halfway there. Now we're going to go to this side, flip it around. You're going to take this one and wrap it this way, remembering to pull it tight. Okay. And we're going to do that, wrap that. Okay. And there we go. See that? No. We want these to be even. No. Here comes that trusty nail file. What you're going to do is, okay, those little edges that are sticking out, you don't want anybody to get stabbed when they're wearing your rings. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that trusty nail file, and just like if you were filing your fingernails, you're going to file off the sharp ends. Okay, now you chain nose pliers. Okay, that little bit that's sticking up right there, can you see that? We're just going to take these and we're going to go the same way. And we're just going to smash it down. And we're going to repeat the process on the other side. And we have a turquoise and bronze gemstone ring. And if you're like me, who has a jewelry shop, can't make them all the same size. So we have our ring sizer. This is a lifesaver when you have a jewelry business and people want to order rings and you need to know what size to make them. So this one is a 7.5, if you can see that. Okay. Really easy. Some people think it's really difficult. It really is to get started when you're first doing it. So I would suggest buying just a roll of the jewelry wire and just practicing trying to run it through the beads and trying to wrap it, because you are going to ruin some jewelry wire. You're definitely going to ruin some. And you're going to have to start over and you're going to get frustrated. Hopefully this video helps just a little bit, because it sure helped me a long time ago when I watched it. So let's make one more. Let's make one that might be just a little bit easier for you. How about let's go with the little yellow flower. Okay? See the little yellow flower? Sit that down. And let's see, we can go with any color we want. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Yellow and teal. I do not know how this happened. It's a nice little ball though, isn't it? Okay. maybe we won't be using tea. Oh, come on. See, this is the problem with jewelry wire. It snags and gets all caught up. I'm going to set that aside and use a different color. And go back to our trusty silver. Okay. Alright. Need to cut a little bit of that off. Okay, no. That's a little too much. Another jewelry wire. Put that pretty flower through it. Okay. And remember what I said about it being a little bit easier if you go down here? It's a lot easier. Alright. And here we go. Boop, 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 boop. Keeping it even. Break back out that ring mandrel or nail polish, whatever you have handy, all fine. Tighten that on there. Tighten. Okay. Let me get that tightened here real quick. Okay. Alright. So, now it's just tightened. It's still the circle. We haven't done anything to it yet. Tighten it. One wire goes under, under, and over. This one goes under. Okay. Alright, now we're going to tighten that again. So just pull. And this is what you have. Okay. Now, sorry guys. There we go. Alright, now you see how they're separate? Okay, so I'm going to start with the top. I'm going to take it down. Okay, the top, you see that? I know my hand's blocking that when you go under, but sorry guys. Even on my best day, I make mistakes too. Let me just get this started here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now, we have this one done. Okay, I'm going to take our next wire, see the third, under, to the ring, under, over. And repeat that process. Okay. Okay. Now, next part. These little wires, pull it down over the band. See what I'm doing? You're going to take that wire and pull it through. I'm going to keep repeating that process. Wrapping this wire around the ring is strengthening the ring itself. That way it doesn't fall apart on you. Okay, now we're going to go to this side. Wire sticking out here. Okay, see that? So now we're going to go this way, as tight as possible. There we go. Wrap that a few times. You can wrap it as many times as you want. You can go all the way down the ring if you want to. It's your preference. Whatever you like. I like to make all mine just a little bit different. Because again, I don't just wear my jewelry, I sell my jewelry. Which reminds me, while I'm wrapping this, all this and more is available on my Etsy shop. Okay? That's www.etsy.com/JonesJewelryCrafts. Okay, we have our wrap. And we still have quite a bit of wire. Now we can either use that wire or we can get rid of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a little bit more. Because there's no reason to waste the jewelry wire. But again, you're going to waste some, especially when you're first starting. I couldn't tell you how long it took for me to learn how to do this. Okay, now, that little edge sticking out of there. Find our trusty cutters. No file. Oh yeah, very nice. Because again, you're just pushing that wire down, so you don't want somebody to stab themselves putting the ring on. So you're gonna take your thing, your pliers, your pliers, and wrap that wire back around. Very gently. And you have a wire wrapped ring. with a pretty flower. So, I think we had fun today. I would love to do this again with you again soon. This is just my first video, as I said, learning how to make your own wire wrapped rings with beads or gemstones. I will be doing a part 2 of this shortly. I hope you can come and join me. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and I hope you learned a little something. Have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer any of your questions. Thank you very much. Have a great day. I will see you again soon.